Hello everybody, it's me Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another video. Before I get started, I want to say this from the start. Make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to Devil Dog Gaming. Now this is involving the fact of my review for the Arcade 1-Up plug-and-play systems. First of all, I have to let you know I didn't have to buy one of these or actually deal with it. I was able to play some of these at a different location. So, okay. But I was able to play these at a location of a store. I'm not going to say the name of the store because I don't want to get them in trouble. And fortunately, I can actually say I'm glad I got to try these, so I can actually say don't buy them. Don't buy these pieces of shit. They are, in fact, some of the worst things I've ever seen and played. The at-games systems are better than these, and that's really shocking for me to have to say. Now, from my experience with playing them, I was able to play the Pac-Man one and the Disney one. The Disney one had Rescue Rangers and DuckTales and Gargoyles on it, while the Pac-Man one had a bunch of other games on it as well. And the games themselves didn't really seem to play all that bad, though I did notice some of the Nintendo emulation games that were on there seemed to suffer from some like glare issues. But other than that, the games themselves played fairly decent. That's not the issue with this system. The issue with these systems, these plug-and-play systems, are for $40, you get the little box that originally was supposed to be a little dongle thingy, and they changed it to a box where you get a little cord with a USB plug that is to charge it. That you have to find the thing to plug your USB charger into, like a wall outlet adapter or something. It does not come with that. But other than that, it does come with a micro SD slot, which is really the only good thing about this system. The fact of the matter is you can actually put and dump games into a folder and put them in a micro SD into this and play those games. So you can actually play ROM hack games on this, which that is really the only highlight of this system. The overall build quality is abysmal. These controllers are the most sucky ass generic, like almost a Sega Genesis controller. They're weak, they're flimsy. I was able to actually press hard and dent them in. In fact, the person was yelling at me for doing this, but I had to test it out. I'm like, this seems flimsy. The plus pad is just so crappy in terms of the build quality. And then at first I thought maybe it would be like a silk screen print of the little figure that's on the corner of the controller. Like if you get a DuckTales one that's got a Scrooge McDuck on it. If you get a Pac-Man one that's yellow, you got a Pac-Man. It's just a cheap fucking sticker on the dang thing. Seriously. And you know, honestly, for $40, this hands down sickens me. Now, I will say I am a huge fan of Arcade 1-Up and Tastemakers as a whole. They generally have and make good products. Now, keep in mind, when you buy an Arcade 1-Up, 4-foot tall arcade cabinet, it is nothing but particle board and an LCD screen with a little chip in it. And it's not saying buttons and a joystick. I get that. But for the price point of what you get with the light up marquee on the newer ones and stuff, they're pretty cool, you know. And if you go from the first gen of theirs to their current gen, and you've seen that they've made a huge quality jump. Now, these plug-and-play systems seem to be nothing more than a capitalization on everyone else's plug-and-play systems to get them out right before the holidays to go, so some little old lady grandma's in a CVS or a Walmart or a Target or a Myers, and they find one of these and they get them for their kids. That's normally how these things are sold in the first place. But these, I have to say hands down, are total effing garbage. I can't believe it. I am a fan of Arcade 1-Up, I am, but I cannot recommend these to nobody. I can recommend an at games before I can recommend one of these. These are less quality than an at games. The only thing that they have that makes them stand out on their own is the fact of the micro SD card slot that you can put different games on the damn system. But the fact of the matter is, That's not even control. The other thing that bothers me so much is the controller. Yeah, the controller's so cheap and flimsy in your hands, and it's like a 6-button Sega Genesis controller. And you're like, but Nathan, none of these games use 6 buttons. What the fuck, right? Well, it's for your emulated games you run on it, but the problem is the buttons are backwards. Like I'm trying to play DuckTales on it, and everybody knows playing DuckTales. There's 2 buttons on a Nintendo controller, A and B. And it's very simple, A and B. But they're backwards. They're backwards. And you don't have the ability to go in and change the button placement. Now, it does have like a save state feature and a rewind feature, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, that is nice for these games to be able to just set it down and come back to it. But for a $40 price tag, I think the Pac-Man one seems to come with the most games. In fact, on the back of the box of the Pac-Man, it literally looked like somebody had put a sticker over top of the information on the back of the box, like they changed it. Now, the guy wouldn't let me peel the sticker off. I don't know what it says underneath, but it says that, like, 10 games? I'm assuming it said something different. And, like, the controller takes 2 batteries in it to power it. And it does have a cord that you can plug in with it. But it doesn't matter because the latency on these controllers, they're crap. The controllers are crap. The emulation's okay, but the controllers are so piss poor. The only saving grace of this system is the fact with the micro SD card slot that you can put in and add new games. But if you're going to do that, just get your ass a Raspberry Pi! Seriously. Play much better games on a much better controller. The controllers make this suck so bad. The fact they didn't even screen print anything on it, it's a cheap ass sticker that peels off when after like a couple hours of playtime. For $40, these ain't worth it. I would say I would have less of a problem with these pieces of shit if they were $19.95. But for the total price that you're paying for what you get, it's not worth it, even with the fact of the micro SD card slot on the main husk of the system. I mean, in the end, this is a huge disappointment, a huge blow to the fact of Arcade 1-Up. This is a flop. This sucks. You guys should have known better. What happened? What happened? You know, the early model version they showed with the little USB dongle looked better. Really, with the little artwork on it and everything. This is just a cheap, crappy-ass version. You cut corners, Arcade 1-Up, and it shows. And in these things, these look like shit. And the only thing I can say for people out there is do not buy these. You can go and get a Mickey Mouse one. You can get a Disney one with DuckTales on it. I think the DuckTales one had the Mickey Mouse game on it, now that I remember it. I think they combined the two, because you can get a Pac-Man, you can get a Mega Man one, and you can get a Disney one. It's got Gargoyles, DuckTales, Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers, and all that on it. I didn't get to play all the games, mainly because I just wanted to test them out, and I was so disappointed in the controllers that, hands down, that right there, along with the cheapness, it comes off so fucking cheap that I would say, the at-game systems seem to be a better build quality. But if you really want to pay money, for $40, save yourself a couple, $20 more. Get you like a Sega Genesis Mini. Get you a Super NES Mini. Get you one of those other minis instead. They're a better build quality. The controllers are way better quality. And the games list is better. Hands down, this thing is a bottom barrel piece of shit. And it shouldn't be out on the market unless it was $20 or less. That's all I can say. And that's straight from my heart. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you played any of these Arcade 1-Up plug-and-play systems that just released. And, let me know what you think in the comments below. And once again, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil's in the details. Peace out. Now I got to figure out what the hell that was that flew off behind me. Peace out.